Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So let's see what we have in upcoming week. We still have very nice momentum, some possible trades against main direction, but we also have a situation that price is already retracing and we can have continuations. Definitely momentum is there, but just keep in mind that on Monday we have some bank holidays in some countries, and also next week I think in the Japan we will have like 2 or 3 days. Also there will be bank holidays, so maybe we'll get less momentum next week. Just keep in mind about that. First pair is CADCHF, same pair like last week. And as you can see, I still have lines which I draw last time, and I said that or we'll get bounced, then we look for the retracements, or we wait for breakouts here, target this, or breakout of this and target this support zone. So we had breakout and price exactly by the pip. Almost, yeah, you see this. I didn't move the line. This is the line which I draw last time, and you see that if you master really top-down approach our analysis, you can really understand key levels, and you can see that price by the pip just retested this and went up. Okay, we said of course after breakout to look for short scenarios. Unfortunately, this breakout was very strange, if I can say. You see that price just stopped, and then we have small candles, tiny candles, and price was just going with this. So we didn't get like a classic momentum like we want to see, that prices bouncing and making some 1 to 3 some retracement. Price just was sliding and was going down. Okay, so if we pay attention for higher time frames, now let me just delete this or delete all those lines, and let's see again the support zone. This support, you see, this is the last spike, of course. So this is very strong. So now, or we will see retracements, bigger retracements, or still price will play around this zone, and then we will see retracement or maybe breakout and continuation of this downtrend, because it's still possible. On the weekly chart, we have resistance here, okay, and we also have resistance up here. In terms of the trend line, this is a trend line which we have with the 3 touches. Also, we can draw it like that. Yes, also with the 3 touches. So this is better because it's close to the 36. It's close to our price action. We still have 1, 2, 3 touches, so it's good line. Okay, but still in between we have those resistance levels. So we can target definitely those. Daily chart, we see now prices reacting, but stops around 12 EMA. This is our daily trend line. So what we expect, retracement where back to the 36 EMA, and then continuation again to retest this, or breakout, or price will create range here. Or we look for this, maybe price will create higher low and then starts to break and make this up move. Or you see last time we had this retest, higher low, but price retested this again and continued to go down. So this is also possible scenario. Okay, the thing is that we have to know that on the daily chart we are still in a downtrend, on the weekly also, but everything here is late. And now we can expect some retracements, and we have our possible targets. So if we go to 4-hour chart, if we draw trend line, you will see that this is our line. So price still haven't reached this. We also can draw this line. This will be our 2 to 3 line. So basically, ideally, we would like to trade after breakout of this and target this trend line, or after breakout of this, and then of course we can try to target even the bottom. But before the bottom, you see that price stopped here. So first of all, we would like to target this zone, and in case of the breakout, this. So let's go to 1-hour chart. And also, if you are a day trader, a scalper, right now you can wait for the retracement to the 36 or to this trend line, and you can look for buy scenarios and target this trend line. Okay, so it's also possible scenario, but this is for the day trading and scalping. Okay, if you want to have a little bit more probability somewhere after breakout, you can look for those buys, because if this is broken, then we can really have this retracement to the daily level. Okay, keep in mind to have good risk reward. GBPCAD, is breaking, or already broke basically our resistance, which was very strong resistance, and we see that price was struggling here, and now it seems it's breaking this. And there is resistance right now where we are. Yes, we'll just go to lower time frames to draw the lines correctly. So let's look for the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart, next one is somewhere around those previous tops. Of course, this whole zone, whole area here was very difficult, so we have this resistance here right now, taking those two spots. So now it's pushing up. Weekly chart is of course pointing up, so we go to daily time frame, and what we know, of course, we have this resistance here. Where is our trend line? I would draw this line. It's not with the three touches. Here we have three touches, so we can just leave even like that. Yeah, so this is very nice line. So of course it's pointing up. So now and we reach resistance. So now, or we wait for the retracement to the 36 to the trend line. We look for buy scenarios, or we wait for breakouts and we still make continuations, or we look for the short scenarios and we trade in the possible retracement. So let's go to lower time frames. Let's see what is there. And on the 4-hour chart, we see that price is right now making double top. There was a very strong up move. Price still haven't retraced to the 36 EMA. This is the 4-hour chart trend line, but we have only those two spikes. So it's close to the 36 EMA. So we can leave the 36 EMA as our target, because what we can do right now on the 4-hour chart, or we wait for the retracement to the 36 and we still pay attention to go long and target, of course, this resistance in case of the breakout, another one. Or we go to lower time frames, like 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, we try to draw our trend line. So this is our trend line. And what we would like to do, even from the lowest point, it's exactly the same. And what we can do, we can look for short scenarios here. And then we target 4-hour chart 36 EMA. Okay, so we will trade against main direction. There is reason to do this because we have this area of the resistance. So that's why it's good to look for short scenarios and target this. Yes, and basically that's all what we can do. So of course, after breakout, we still look for buy scenarios. So short against main direction, target 4-hour chart 36. In case if price breaks this, we have bigger targets from the daily, or you still wait for the retracements and then you try to buy here, or of course from the daily levels here. Okay, so this is GBPCAD. GBPUSD. I pick up this because it seems that maybe price will break our resistance. We had the small stop here, and now it's pushing up. So the next area of the resistance is up here on the weekly chart. If I zoom out this, and the next one on the weekly, it's not visible here. If we look for this move, we will have next resistance up here. So there is a lot of room to go. Between this, if we just pay attention to the history, we also have one resistance zone around this area. Okay, so we can just mark them. Previously, price just broke this easily. So question is, if it breaks again this in the same way and just go to the next one, or will stop. Definitely weekly chart right now, it's still pointing up. If we go to daily chart, this was our previous, you see range, yes, and now price is breaking this. Okay, this was also this bigger range, yes, like we said, like this. So price was, on the resistance, but we said that this is the highest point. Price broke it, now it's pointing up. So definitely, if it stays above, because this might be also false breakout. Yeah, so if this is false breakout and the price will retrace, we will just have the spike around the resistance. But if price stays above, decide to retrace maybe, and then make continuation, this is option to go and buy this, or maybe you will get stop here, and then after stop, continuation. Definitely, if you see that price is pointing up, you can look for buy scenarios. And on the 1-hour chart, if we have setup. Yes, so if we have retracement and price give us signal, this is okay to look for long scenarios, and then of course target the next level of the resistance. In case if this is false breakout, I will be not interested to trade this until we have breakout of this. Okay, so if this is just the false stuff, yes, and price will go down again, of course you can trade for scalping, day trading in this area, but I would prefer to wait for this and then short scenarios. If you want to trade inside of this range, of course, keep in mind to draw some trend lines, some levels. I don't know, 1 hour chart. Yes, you have this trend line. So as long as this trend line is holding, you can look for buys. If this trend line is broken, you look for short. But I don't like to trade in the middle of the range. I prefer to, look for the clean direction. And this is what we have currently on the GBPUSD. EURCAD broke the resistance and went up to another one. This is pair from last week also. So this momentum happened, yes, reached very strong level on the weekly chart, like we said. Now is reacting. So a question, of course, what kind of the reaction we will have, bigger or smaller. If price decide to continue to go up, our next area of the resistance is higher, but it's already ongoing for a long time. Maybe at some point we'll get the retracement, but you see, if the trends are strong on the weekly, they can really continue, yes, for a long time. And this year seems to be very nice in terms of the volatility. So now it's you see it's pointing up, so or we wait for the retracement and we still continue to buy, target this and target this. Or on the lower time frames, if possible, we can look for short scenarios and target this. Okay. In case if our daily trend line is broken, plus area of the support, so we have to have this breakout. Trend line is enough, but if you look for the setups after trend line breakout, this is your goal, okay? Because this is very strong support. So after breaking of the support, then we can have a possible situation that price might retrace to the weekly 36 EMA and maybe weekly support zone, which is lower down here, okay? But right now, no point to discuss sells because everything here is pointing up. And now 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is making for us like 4-hour chart long 1, 2, 3. So, but also if we pay attention to this trend line was broken and the price stays below the 36. So we have two opportunities here. Of course, aggressively, if you like, you can look for short scenarios. Okay, why it's aggressive? Because we trade against daily and the weekly chart, okay, and we look for the short 1 to 3 on the 1 hour time frame. And what can happen? You can have signal here, yes, but also might be false signal and price, for example, create higher low and then continue to go up, okay, or will make you signal go down, double bottom, and continue to go up. And then what you will see will be just the spike on the 36 EMA on the 4-hour chart, okay? But this is good setup and valid setup to look for short scenarios, okay? But keep in mind about this approach that this is aggressive. Short scenarios are welcome. If price, of course, breaks our trend line here, of course, we look for buy scenarios and we target this. So it's really up to your trading plan, how you like to trade. It's okay to look for short, really, and look for long scenarios. Okay, you can also combine, for example, short scenarios with the lower time frames to have smaller targets, smaller stop losses. Okay, so this is EURCAD, Euro New Zealand. You see Euro New Zealand also pair from last week. And this is breaking 4-hour chart trend line also, but it's cleaner breakout. If we compare to EURCAD, we see that it's still not so clean like on the Euro New Zealand. Yes, and another thing is on the Euro New Zealand we have very nice trend line close to the 36 EMA. But let's go first to higher time frames to see what is going on. So on the weekly chart, we still have room to go higher to this level. It's still very strong up move right now. Previously, it was struggling, but now momentum happened, and this momentum pushed this pair higher. Now we are around 12. Sometimes if we have strong move, for example, you can see here, we can also have bounced another up move. Okay, so we can also get this, or maybe price will, just stops here and continue to go up. Of course, in case of the retracement, our 36 is our target. This is the support zone. So this is a level where price might to reach and then make continuation, or a little bit lower to this trend line and then continuation, definitely. Okay, but it might, we don't know when this happens, so we can look for also for lower time frame combinations. And now we see that this is broken. Price started to create like lower lows. So now it's okay to look for short scenarios. Yeah, but also I would go here with low risk, simply because, like I said, on the daily chart we are retesting 12. Okay. And if we have strong up moves, sometimes prices just like to retest and make those push still continuations with the up move. So what you can do when you get the setup, short scenarios are okay, but again, low risk, okay, or lower time frames. If you see that price is not going down, it's not going down, but it's breaking this trend line, you look for buy scenarios and you target, of course, previous top. Okay, so this is our like last resistance level. So we want to go buy here or we want to sell here, but keep in mind that sells are more aggressive. Okay, and the last is gold. And gold, last time we said for wait for the retracement and look for continuation, and now price is in the range, so we will be in the same situation, that or price will continue or will get this deeper retracement back to the 36 EMA. Right now it's quite nice situation because now we are squeezed between this line. No, this I wouldn't say that it's line. We have to go to lower time frames, but maybe this small wedge. Let's go to 4-hour chart to see this better. Yeah, so you see you have this wedge right now on the gold, so we really have to wait for clean breakout here or breakout here, and then we can look for buys or sells. Of course, in case if price decide to go up, first you want to target the previous top. After breakout, you have this. In case if price breaks this zone, then you can look for short scenarios and target, of course, weekly 36 EMA. It's also area of the support zone here for now. And do we have any daily levels which we can target? This is definitely the first one. And the second one will be here. Okay, so those are two levels where price might to have reaction before going to the weekly 36 EMA. This is also our trend line on the daily chart, so it's also powerful area where price might to. So to be honest, this is very strong level to have this, and then again reaction. Okay, but we will see, of course. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoy this. Wish you all wonderful weekend, and we hear soon. Bye.